What you get when you mix leftover scrap metal, a grinder and a questionable eyesight, hopefully not a trip to the hospital, but definitely some DIY veggie boxes. Welcome back. This week we're building recycled garden beds using all the offcuts from the garage build. Nothing goes to waste around here on the farm, not on my watch anyway. First things first, measure twice because I really don't feel like cutting 3 times. I have my old faithful Sharpie and set square to keep things precise. This part is crucial because if you mess this up, everything ends up wonky and suddenly a veggie box looks more like a modern abstract art. Safety first, or at least somewhere near it first. Time to cut. The grinder makes quick work of it. And before I donate a finger later and change the colour of the bed to red, I smooth the edge down with a file. Future me says thank you. Since these are, let's call them pre-loved sheets of metal, I need to square up the edge first. Nice clean reference point, less chaos later. We love that. Grinding is loud, so I've got earplugs and headphones in, which is great for my hearing, but means I can't hear Andy at all. He looks like he's saying something important, but we'll never know. Just nod and smile sweetly. And yes, I made a template. Yes, I'm that organised. It saves time, keeps everything consistent, and stops me from measuring the same things 5 times and still getting it wrong. I even managed to get 2 long pieces out of 1 sheet. Efficient and economical. The only catch, I now have to cut along the full length, nice and neat, no pressure. This is where the template really shines, keeping everything the same height so the beds don't look like a wonky staircase. Alright, so we're up for another storm about to hit us. Not sure how much grinding I'm going to be able to do now. No, that wasn't forecasted. The weather briefly steals the spotlight, demanding its dramatic cameo on our YouTube channel, so I call it quits with the grinding and retreat to the garage to run a 1-person assembly recycled garden bed factory. I drill the holes in the short ends first. Then attach the corner brackets. Pro tips, holding a bracket and using a rivet gun at the same time, yeah, not happening. It's a lot harder than it looks. So I cheat and stick them into place first, then flip them over onto some wood and try to wrestle with the rivet gun into position. Speaking of the rivet gun, which by the way is ancient and has seen better days, a bit like its owner, I'm struggling to squeeze it hard enough to snap the rivets, so naturally Andy gets recruited and jumps in to help out. because apparently I need more than 2 hands, which is a bit inconvenient. You can see even Andy's struggling to use the rivet gun, but we continue to soldier on anyway. Building the DI recycled garden beds is way easier with the two of us working together, especially when the tools we're using have clearly formed a union and are refusing to cooperate. Now, these plastic edges were supposed to be for the garage, but I've officially stolen them for the veggie beds. Much better use, if you ask me. No regrets. They add strength, stop soilscaping, and make everything look pretty sharp and blend in with the bought ones. Easy to cut, quick to sand, done. Love a low effort win. Andy, my trusty sidekick, takes on the rivet gun duties, literally while I heroically hold the plastic edging in place like the highly skilled human clamp I was clearly born to be. Honestly, having a husband on call is incredibly convenient. And just like that, the first veggie bed is done. Not bad if I do say so myself. And they're not perfect, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. If you enjoyed the build, stick around, there's more coming, and hopefully a few nearer misses. It's at this stage that the rivet gun was getting a bit tired and it didn't want to, it was taking a lot of time bumping and pumping to try and get it to click and break off. So Andy had this fantastic idea to pull it apart and repair it. And yeah, that would have been a great idea if he hadn't dropped the major part on the floor. And there was no way he was going to find it on the gravel floor. So we had to then go to Bunnings, which is it's not something we can just pop off 5 minutes up the road. It's a drive. So it was a different day. Went up to Bunnings, picked it up after a lot of debate on which one we should have. Came back, and it was so hard we physically couldn't pump the gun. I thought it was just because I had girly, weak hands, but apparently no. Even Andy struggled with both hands to do it. And so that was a real pain. So that went back to Bunnings, and then we had to purchase another one, which we did. And we bought one of these. It's a King Chrome rivet gun. And it basically, it attaches to your drill. Great idea, we thought. Yes, fantastic. Gonna be like a dream. No. So the first one we got, yes, this is our second version. The first one we got was a hit and miss. It didn't always tighten, so you'd be playing with it for every 5 seconds, trying to get it to tighten, and then when it did, when you wanted to inject the pin that was left inside, all that, it would take forever to try and eject, and it wouldn't come out. Eventually it spat the dummy, and all the teeth inside got caught up and literally wouldn't eject the pin at the end, which became a bit of a tone because it was attached to the drill and attached to the machine, at the frame. So eventually we managed to wiggle it off. We took it back to Bunnings. Gotta be said, Bunnings actually are really good because they didn't seem to care at all that we've taken 2 of them back now. So we got them and then we replaced it for a same one. And this, amazingly, is a lot better. It works every time and it ejects really, really quickly. And so far, it's good. Still nearly ripped my wrists off though, trying to use it. So I actually have to use a wrench to hold it still. So Andy can hold it tight on his hand and stop, because you have to hold it in your hand whilst you drill it. I'll show you in a minute. I can't physically hold it. I don't have enough grip to hold it tight, whether it's because my hands are small, I think. But it does have, I don't know if you can see, it has like a part on here where you can put your wrench on it. So I use that. Actually, it's a spanner, isn't it? Not a wrench. It's a very big spanner. And I use that to hold it still so I can break it off. Otherwise, I can't actually do it. Anyway, less of me talking. You can see it work. So it's actually really easy to use when it works properly. Clearly the first one was faulty, but never mind. All right, I've got to finish off. You can watch them on time lapse. So I clearly spoke too soon, and unfortunately the second one has also broken, so it actually won't reject the pin. So you can see the pin is stuck inside. Now, I haven't really done that many. I didn't video all the things that I've just been doing, but you can see that I wasn't done much. I just done the four corners, and I just started to rivet the little corner brackets in to hold it together. I don't know, clearly they're not meant for repetitive use, as in more than twice. That's the brand. I wouldn't buy it. Don't waste your money. It was $125, I think it was. They're not made for real work, I don't think. Sorry, it's a bit of a shame. And cream chrome, yeah, never mind. Hopefully Bunnings will give me my money back, because they aren't worth it. But I'm just going to have to find now another rivet gun that I can physically use. So if you have any ideas of a decent rivet gun that I can use, because I've only got tiny little hands that I can actually do myself, let me know in the comments below, because I really desperately need one. And we use it a lot. We do a lot of renovating work, and if you watch the videos, you'll know. But yeah, clearly this one is rubbish, so don't buy it. All right, I'm going to have to abandon my job for today, because that's it. I can't do it anymore. Never mind. I'll find something better to do. The disappointment of yet another rivet gun refusing to cooperate was short-lived, and I was quickly distracted by a newborn lamb making its grand debut on the farm, which frankly felt like a much better use of my attention anyway. A few days later, I picked up where I left off, armed with yet another brand new rivet gun. At this point, I'm basically a rivet gun reviewer, so stay tuned for my full thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss that thrilling saga. Naturally, I ran out of rivets and brackets before I could finish all the garden beds. Because what's a DIY project without at least one supply-related plot twist? Still, I was far too eager to wait, so I went ahead and put the beds in place so that I could get some plants in. Alright, so that's all the beds done, and all that's the compost from our own beds. And I have 6 compost beds. This is just the 2. It's just a mixture of garden waste, food scraps, cardboard, and obviously organic matter from the cows and sheep. Hopefully that'll do a trick. Our mulch is okay, but it's not quite finished yet. It needed a bit longer to be broke down a bit more, but it's good enough to be at the bottom of the beds. It will continue to mulch down and be beneficial to the plants, so that's all okay. Not a problem, which is why I don't mind putting the cheaper version of soil on my beds. That's soil put in. I didn't video that because, quite frankly, that'd be boring watching me do that. It's bad enough you watch me put the rest of it in. We just need some plants, but that's going to have to be another day. This is our morning ritual at the moment. Coming out, discovering the sheep aren't in the electric fence. They used to be really compliant and they were happy in the electric fence, but for some reason, this time they're not. And it's weirdly the good sheep that are escaping. But anyway, you get to see the new little lambs. Okay, so this one was born 3 weeks ago, and she is doing amazingly. She's a bit shy. She doesn't want to be near me particularly. Mum goes up to me. This one's completely different colouring than the others. See, they're all born with black hair, but this one has it going down its sleeve as such. So she can be easily spotted, which is quite nice. Now this is our other baby we just had born yesterday. Very, very cute. There's Mum. Maybe that's Mum. Who knows? They all look the same to me. And look how cute and friendly this one is. It wants to be covered. It runs up to you to stroke. That's my fingers you're biting. This is so... Yeah. It's okay. We're just looking at your baby, Mum. So, yeah, so that's Mum. This is the other one. Look at them. They're so friendly. These are beautiful little sheeps. Really, they're just coming for food. I'm really interested in stroke, but yeah, we'll take whatever we can get. You're going to be confused. She doesn't have anything. There's no udders on that one. So that's our other little lamb. Now she is... Get my finger in the right place. She's only 4 months old. If that, I think. 4 months. Yeah, 4 months. And she was the one that had the little brother that died, which is a little bit sad. But they're very cute. You could spend hours watching them play. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.